There's a man I want to tell you about. His name was Seneca. 2,000 years ago, he was the richest man in the entire Roman Empire. Not a little rich, not millionaire rich, billionaire rich, but here's what shocked everyone. He lived like a slave. Simple clothes, simple food, simple house. His friends would ask him, Seneca, why do you live this way? You can have anything. And he would respond, I'm preparing myself. Preparing for what? For poverty. Because Seneca understood something that changed his entire life. He understood that attachment to things creates suffering. And that's the secret to wealth nobody wants to hear. Poor men stay poor forever because they're addicted to things. They need the new phone. They need the new car. They need the new house. They need the validation. So they work 50 hours a week to pay for things that break, things that lose value, things that own them. Meanwhile, rich men play a completely different game. They're not thinking about possessions. They're thinking about freedom. And freedom comes from needing less, not from having more. Let me tell you about another man, Steve Jobs. The guy built one of the biggest companies in the world, Apple, billions of dollars. But you know what he wore every single day? The same black turtleneck, same shirt, same jeans, same shoes. Why would a billionaire wear the same clothes? Because he was playing the game differently. He understood that decisions drain you. Every decision you make depletes your mental energy. So the rich men eliminate decisions. Same breakfast, same clothes, same routine. So they can focus all their energy on what matters. Building, creating, thinking. Meanwhile, poor men are exhausted from making 1,000 decisions a day. What to wear, what to eat, what to buy. By the time they get to work, they're already empty, so they stay poor. Now let me tell you about the biggest lie in the world. Everyone thinks, if I just make more money, I'll be happy. False. The research is clear. Money increases happiness up to a point. About $75,000 a year. After that, more money doesn't make you happier. It makes you more stressed because now you have more to protect, more to manage, more to worry about. A poor man who's smart is happier than a rich man who's anxious, but here's what blows people's minds. The richest people in the world don't think about money at all. Jeff Bezos doesn't think about money. Elon Musk doesn't think about money. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't think about money because they're thinking about something else, something bigger, their mission. While poor men are obsessed with money, thinking about it, stressing about it, losing sleep over it. So the paradox is the men who think least about money have the most. The men who think most about money have the least. This is why the Stoics were so powerful. They trained their minds to want less, not to make more money, to need less money, so they could focus on what actually matters: virtue, discipline, purpose. Marcus Aurelius was the most powerful man on earth, emperor of Rome. But in his journal, he wrote, "Very little is needed to turn life around. It is not the great and mighty things that change direction. It is the small things." He didn't write about his power. He didn't write about his wealth. He wrote about discipline, about controlling his thoughts, about mastering his mind, and that's exactly why he had everything. Because he mastered the one thing that matters, his internal world. Now here's what most people get wrong. They think the path to wealth is complicated. More education, better job, more connections. False. The path to wealth is simple. Spend less than you make. Invest the difference. Repeat for 20 years. That's it. But most people can't do it. Why? Because they're slaves to consumption. They need the newest things. They need the status. They need the validation. So they spend every penny and stay broke forever. But a disciplined man can do the simple math. He doesn't need to impress anyone. So he saves, he invests, he waits, and one day he's free. Completely free. Free from the need for approval, free from the need for things, free to do whatever he wants. This is the wealth that matters, not the money in the bank, but the freedom in your mind. Now, let me ask you a question. How much did you spend this month on things you didn't need? How many times did you buy something to fill an empty feeling? How many times did you work extra hours to pay for things that don't matter? If the answer is more than 0, you're on the wrong path. The path to freedom is simple. Stop consuming. Start building. Stop following. Start leading. Stop wanting. Start appreciating. This is the Stoic way. This is how poor men become rich. Not by making more money, by needing less, and not by accident, by discipline. Every single day, one temptation resisted, one want ignored, until one day you look up and you realize you're free, completely free. You don't need anything from anyone. You don't need validation. You don't need approval. You don't need things. You just need discipline. And that's the richest feeling in the world. Subscribe to Motivelin. More is coming.